Hey, just a quick video here. I got sick earlier this week, so I just kind of been out of it. I started, well, no, I did a movie review, but the audio messed up on it, so it got tossed in the trash. So, how about some good news? At least for me. It's been confirmed that Expendables 4 is finally starting filming. I honestly didn't think that they would do another one. I know, sequels are the thing, but I really didn't think they'd do another one. And just bless Sylvester Stallone. He can't do these forever, but by God, he's going to try. And you know what? I'm here for him. I have loved all three of these movies. I plan to do a review of each one. And if anybody else that has a channel, like Drinker or anybody else wants to talk about them, I'm happy to talk a long time about these movies. I love them. The first one, way better than I thought it would be. I just tuned in to see these greats on screen again. But wonderful performances by Sly and Jason Statham and Randy Couture really surprised me. I wasn't a big fan of his until that because I don't really watch MMA and that kind of stuff. And I hadn't really seen him do anything. So I just thought, why don't you guys get another wrestler? But, they had Steve Austin, who I was bummed he was going to be the bad guy. I wanted Steve to be a good guy, but he did a great job as one of the villains. Couture did great in it. Eric Roberts, always fantastic. And I really loved not just seeing Dolph on the big screen again, because I'm a huge fan of Dolph Lundgren. Huge fan. But in reality, that movie really revolved around him more than any of the other characters, and I loved that. I don't want to delve too much into it because, again, I want to do my own review. The second one, I didn't think the second one was as good, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the appearance of Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris doing his own line about the old Chuck Norris. That was great. I kind of was a little disappointed in it to a small degree. I love Van Damme, really did a great job in it. I enjoyed him as the villain. His delivery was fantastic. Scott Adkins, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't dislike the guy, and it's not really his fault. But he's been relegated to B films, and a lot of them don't interest me. But when I do see him in something I want to see, I really like him. And I do still think I would have loved to have seen him play Batman. He's got the height, he's got the looks, he's got the martial arts abilities. He could probably direct it right, act just fine, and he would have been an amazing Batman. It's really a bummer that we probably won't get to see him as Batman. But I still think that Van Damme needed a couple more guys on his side. And I was disappointed we didn't get a fight between him and Jet Li or him and Dolph Lundgren. That was disappointing. But other than that, it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed part two. The Asian actress, she did a fine job. But with all these names, I really wish he would have gone with Michelle Yeoh or Zhang Ziyi or Gong Li. Someone that, Maggie Q, but someone that had a name to him. But that's fine. She did a fine job. Three, I know I stand out here, but I liked three. I liked three a lot. I was a little disappointed when they said they were going to bring in new blood, but I like how the new blood failed in their mission and needed the old blood to save them, and then how new and old fought together. I thought the scenes with Stallone and Antonio Banderas were fantastic. Part of the highlight of that whole movie. And Mel Gibson was outstanding. Of course, Mel Gibson is always outstanding. That's just who Mel is. But I do think, like the first two movies, the first one specifically, Mel needed a couple more guys on his side instead of a faceless army. It would have been great if Mel Gibson had had like Steven Seagal and Bill Duke and maybe another MMA guy or wrestler to even it out. And then there could have been a really big battle. That would have bounced it out a little more. I know a lot of people didn't like the PG-13. I could care less. I don't care. Those movies are fine, PG-13. So there's a little bit less blood, a little bit less guts, and maybe a few less swear words. What are you really missing? I don't understand that need for things to be rated R. I don't mind that they're rated R. The first two were rated R. I like them just fine. But if they'd been PG-13, what would they have really cut out? You know, a guy getting blown in half? So, I don't know. I digress there, but I don't really care. Pretty sure the new one. Oh, before I do that though, but Harrison Ford's edition, that was a nice touch also. I liked the kind of sarcastic way they mentioned Bruce Willis not being in it anymore, and I loved Harrison Ford's character telling Stallone's character that this is the most fun he's had in a long time, which I understand was actually ad-libbed by Harrison Ford, that he really meant that he hadn't really gotten to just let loose doing a lot of dramas and things like that he just had a blast on this movie. I kind of hope he's back for part 4, but as of right now it doesn't look like it. He's too busy helping kill Indiana Jones, but whatever. Anyways, the new one, Stallone says, will be rated R for those of you that care, and he says he really wants Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is retired. His health is very poor. I would love nothing more than to see Jack Nicholson one more time. I really would love that. It'd be incredible to see Jack return in a movie like this, and just to play an over-the-top villain and just have a blast. I think everybody would love to see Jack one more time. There's no announcements. There's a few announcements of the casting, but it's not fully put out yet, so who knows, maybe they will, and they're trying to keep it on the low as long as possible, but I personally doubt it. I doubt that that's going to happen. Megan Fox is in this one, which makes me very happy. I love Megan Fox. She was one of my favorite parts of the first Ninja Turtles movie. She was fine in the second one, but in the first one, she really cracked me up. And I wanted to see some of her B-grade films that have come out, but I haven't got around to watching any of those yet. So that's pretty cool that she'll be in this. And it looks like the majority of his team is back. Couture, Lundgren, Statham, and this time Tony Jaa, who Stallone has been trying to work with. Tony Jaa is joining. This was supposed to get off the ground back in 2000, but due to restrictions and all that, it got put on hold, which made me think it was just wishful thinking. And on speaking of wishful thinking, Stallone actually wants to do 3 more, counting this one. He wants to do a part 4, 5, and 6. And I just hope if he does, he's able to get Seagal and Kurt Russell and darn it, there's a few more that I'm missing. You know what I'd really like to see? And I know they wouldn't be in makeup, but they could kind of have nods to it. I would love to see Toby Hooper and Robert Englund in these movies, preferably as villains. They're not big enough names that they couldn't be Mel Gibson's henchman or whoever the villain is in the next movie, but they're big enough names that people would be like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? Freddy and Jason are going to be in this? I have to see that. And that would just be really cool. I would enjoy that. But, these movies, they're just for fun. And that's what they are to me. A load of fun. Just a blast. So anyways, that's good news. Hopefully when I click off this, it will actually work. And I can make a quick video of it, put it out, and go redo the movie review I was trying to do. But leave a comment if you guys are excited as I am. Or if not. I am super excited. I love that whole crew. And I can't wait for Expendables 4. As of right now, this may be the movie I'm most excited to see. And they only just started filming. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for listening.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.